Hello, everyone. Welcome to the chapter number 12, which is on allergy testing and immunotherapy in anaphylaxis prevention. So, let's get started. We all know that allergy testing plays a crucial role in preventing the future anaphylactic episodes. By identifying the specific substances that might be triggering the reactions, healthcare providers can tailor the avoidance plans and emergency action strategies more effectively. Testing is also vital for determining whether a patient is candidate for immunotherapy or not, which can reduce the sensitivity over time. Accurate testing means more precise management and ultimately the greater safety of the patients, and that's the goal. And you know what? Yes, we all know about that. Skin prick testing is one of the most common and reliable allergy testing that is used worldwide. It involves placing the small amounts of the suspected allergens on the skin, usually the forearm or the back, and then making a gentle prick through each drop. If the person is allergic, a red itchy bump will appear at that place, similar to a mosquito bite. This test delivers results in just 15 to 20 minutes, making it ideal for quickly identifying the allergy triggers. And then we have serum specific IgE testing, which is basically a blood test that measures the presence of antibodies your immune system is producing in response to the allergens you are exposed to. It's especially helpful when skin testing isn't safe. For instance, if someone has severe eczema or is on antihistamines, etc., we can't do the skin prick test, then we'll use the serum specific IgE testing for that patient. While it's not always as sensitive as skin testing is, it does provide a useful backup tool, and the results can help confirm the diagnosis and guide the treatment decisions for the healthcare provider. So, let's talk about allergen immunotherapy. So, allergen immunotherapy is commonly known as desensitization, and we have often heard about the desensitization procedures as well. So, it basically involves exposing your body to small but gradually increasing amounts of the allergen over time, and this will help your immune system to build a tolerance against that allergen. It can be delivered by injections like subcutaneous immunotherapy or SCIT, or it could be given in the form of the oral tablets or the drops like the sublingual immunotherapy or SLIT. So we have basically two forms, one that could be given subcutaneously, which is SCIT, and then there could be the sublingual immunotherapy, which is SLIT. And over several years, this immunotherapy can significantly reduce or even eliminate the allergic reactions, including the risk of the anaphylaxis, obviously. So, this is something that's new to the field, but it has a potential to improve the healthcare providers about the outcomes of the anaphylactic shocks and managing the anaphylaxis effectively. And those people who suffer with anaphylaxis would benefit a lot from this because obviously this would improve their life, and they would be able to live a more healthier, more happier, and a normal life. Yes. And yes, the benefits of this immunotherapy go far beyond the symptom control, obviously, because it reduces a person's sensitivity towards that particular allergen. So you are basically cutting down the chances of life-threatening reactions which keep on happening to several allergens. And over the time, it also reduces the need for the emergency medications like epinephrine. And for many, it improves the quality of life as well. And it provides a long lasting protection even after the treatment ends. It is especially successful in treating the venom allergies, which are basically the major triggers of anaphylaxis. Then, yes, we have a quiz. So, what is the most common method of allergy testing? If you recall it correctly, there were several different methods, and that could be the oral challenge test, or it could be the blood test, and you are testing for IgE in them, or it could be the patch testing, or it could be the skin prick testing. But we know that the most commonly used method in the healthcare setups is skin prick test because it is easy, it's quick, and it's efficient. And then we move on towards the next question, which is what is the purpose of a serum specific IgE testing in allergy diagnosis? So, there are several different options, which include to confirm the anaphylaxis after an event, and then to treat the allergies with medications, and then to determine the severity of the reaction, or to identify the specific allergens which are responsible for the anaphylaxis. So, basically, if you might be confused between the option number A, which is to identify the specific allergen which was responsible for the anaphylaxis, or to confirm the anaphylaxis after an event. So basically, option A is correct, and why not option D? Because you don't confirm anaphylaxis, you just treat it if you see three of the systems getting involved, that is the respiratory compromise, the cardiovascular compromise, and then you start seeing the skin reactions. And even if two of these are present, you would start treating the anaphylaxis, and there might be no need to confirm it afterwards, because if you are getting sure about there was an allergen and then the shock developed, then it's definitely the anaphylactic shock. But yes, option D could be the correct one, but the best one here is option A. And then we have the next question, which is which of the following is a contraindication for the skin prick testing? We know that skin prick testing is the most commonly used method in order to find out about which allergen caused the anaphylaxis. So, what is the contraindication to that? So, there are several different options again. One is a recent anaphylaxis. Second could be severe asthma or uncontrolled reactions. Three is taking antihistamines, and then age over 65. And the correct option is severe asthma or uncontrolled reactions. Because if you're doing the skin prick testing, the allergen might enter into the blood, and it could potentially start an uncontrolled anaphylactic reaction or an uncontrolled allergy to the patient that might cause them a lot of discomfort. So it's better not to test the allergen by the skin prick testing if the patient is suffering from a severe asthma or he has a history of uncontrolled reactions in the past. Then the next question is how does the allergen desensitization or the immunotherapy works? So it gradually increases the body's tolerance to the specific allergens. Yes, that's the correct answer.